Hi. So my point of departure here is Byron Katie's 3 Kinds of Business, where anything you're preoccupied with or thinking is either your business, someone else's business, or the universe's business. She says God's, but she's not a theist anyway, so however you want to define the universe. But I'm going to look right now especially at other people's business. And the reason I want to look at this is not because you're bad when you're out of your business, and I don't want you to do it to be righteous. I want you to take in the level of empowerment, sanity, solidity possible when you completely let go of what you cannot control or what's not yours to control. Hello, passing car. In other people's business. So here's how this works. What people are working on is their business. What their priorities are is their business. How they perceive things is their business. What they choose to make a priority is their business. How they frame things, conceive things, grope toward understanding things is their business. Where they are in their process and journey is their business. I just, want to say, for example, some people were already practicing social distancing when I was not. And then I became aware of more facts and came to understand how the connections happened and how people were affected, possibly by my choices. And I radically changed what I was doing. And at the point that I hadn't seen that yet, I might have been maddening to somebody who had already come to understand what I then came to understand. But basically, that was my business, my choice at each point, and really the universe's business when stuff came to me. So basically, we're all on different timelines. We're all doing different things. We're all making different choices. We all have different levels of understanding about things, different approaches, different skills, different talents, different understandings, different fears, different things we can get OCD about, different things that freak us out, different things that we can let roll off or just get okay with. So we're in this very poignant time where, there's a question when I teach the 3 kinds of business that comes around again and again, which is, well, what about the things he does, she does, they do, that affects me? It affects me. So, oh my goodness, yes. If there's anything that has helped us see the level to which we are interconnected on planet Earth right now, it is COVID-19, or the Corona Angel, as I've been hearing it called in certain circles. But so what I want to invite you to is this. Nature affects you. A storm affects you. Another driver affects you. The powers that be, politics affect you. Any number of things affect us. Forces of nature affect us. Yes, things impact us. And when those things impact us, we don't decide that we have the right or the power. We don't delude ourselves that we have the power to stop them by trying to control them, by railing against them, by freaking out, by getting furious. There's a storm, and you ride it out. So what I want to invite you to with other people is treat them like a force of nature. Yes, your spouse is a force of nature. Your housemate is a force of nature. Your kid is most definitely a force of nature. So, they will do things during this time that impact you. They could even do the thing that brings the virus right to your body. Are you willing? It's a really good question to ask yourself. Am I willing? There are places where you can actually decide you're not. You can leave someone. I guess you can drop your kids at an adoption center. You can decide to have a kid who's going back and forth between houses stay at just one house. If you're not comfortable with the practices of the other household, or the fact that you can't control and manage them, or if you're aware of things they do that just aren't okay with you. Wherever you have choice, well, then it's your business to make your best choices. But if you're just railing about what they're doing and telling the story of how crazy they are and how clueless and how infuriating and maddening You have just made yourself a victim of what other people do. You are completely disempowered. There are many ways enough that we have no power over the course of this virus and how and whether it impacts us. So wherever you do have power, oh my goodness, find that. Come back to that. That's your business. Make your best choices. Do what feels good and right to you. And by the way, for time, your business is the present moment. And the more time you spend there, the less crazy you'll be, the less distracted, the less maddening your kids may be to you. Because if you're trying to figure out how you're going to feed them later because you're worried about a job or you're worried about the economy or you're worried about this and that, well, that might make you mean to them now. And it may make you miss right now all the possible gifts for ways to connect with them and love them and accept them. So let's come back again. So if part of their business is what they have and haven't worked out yet, what their temperament is, their personality, how much noise they make, how clean they are, when we're living in tight quarters, oh yes, those things affect us. So I want to invite you to this possibility, first of all. Just do a blanket acceptance of what you're in. At the very least, just have the intention of accepting the situation as it is. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to bump up against now moments where a super specific thing feels not okay to you. And you're going to know that because of how your body feels or the energy coming up inside it. Or you're going to know it because you hear the tone in your own voice. Or you hear yourself screaming. Or you hear something shitty coming out of your mouth. But there are things that you can control that's your business. For example, you can stop focusing on what makes you crazy. You can stop giving yourself permission to find somebody else's ways maddening to you. It's only maddening to you if you let it drive you crazy. You've got your hands on that wheel. You get to choose what doesn't drive you crazy. You could actually pause with the sensations in your body when something bothers you and breathe yourself through it and teach yourself, actually, I am still okay when someone talks this loudly or when the kid is jangling the whole room when I just want everything to be still. And you can also, if you're getting okay with it, instead of railing against it, you can find a boundary. You can find a kind request. You can catch yourself screaming a request, and the next thing out of your screaming mouth can be, I am hearing myself be awful to you. You actually don't deserve this. Please forgive me. These are my jangled nerves. You could be screaming that if you're not done yelling, and that would already be better for the kid than to just give yourself permission to be shitty to another human being because you're uncomfortable. So, there are so many things I could say about this topic. I've been trying to keep these things short. It already isn't. Locate your business. And it's not your business what someone else is working on, what they do that's not to your liking. If they keep the place messy and you like it clean, then clean. Clean for you. Clean letting go of who does what. Clean letting go of what's fair about how much people do. Clean just for yourself. Clean to mind your space because you know you and the others will feel better in it. And you don't have to convert them to anything for that. And by the way, the more peace you cultivate this way, tending your business, the more you will find the inspired actions to take, invitations to extend, gentle, clean ways to just ask for what you want, to hold boundaries. Your kids aren't responsible for if you yell at them. You have let something go if you get to that point. And don't vilify yourself. Parents yell at their kids. It's okay. Just use it as a gauge. Oh, I let myself get this frustrated that I got to this point of yelling. That's not their fault. You never tell a kid, or if you do, go back and apologize, that they pushed you to yelling or that it's their fault they yelled because you yelled because they didn't listen to you. You know what? You're probably the one who taught them. I'm really not trying to be mean here. I sound like I'm scolding. I heard myself. You probably taught them that if they push a certain number of times, you'll give in. You might have taught them that ages ago. You might still be teaching them that. Whatever is happening in your household, in your body, in your whole reality during COVID-19 is stuff that was there anyway. If life has squeezed you to a point of coming closer to it, slow it all down, accept it all more, find where the acceptance is, find the letting go, find the love, leave people to their business. In your mind you can say, I release you to your life, I release myself to mine. And where there's overlap and you impact each other, There are boundaries to be had, space to be made, walking yourself through the stuff that you think you can't stand. You can stand it. You'd be in a coma if you couldn't. Try the work of Byron Katie to question your thoughts. Go look at thework.com. There are videos. There's a free helpline. What else? Contact me. I'll give you some free time. Take care of yourself. Mind your business. Keep releasing the business of others. We're going to get through this. We can get kinder for getting through it. It's really okay.